Pierre Schumann, rugby player, whiskey connoisseur, and now a poet.
Well, first job's a first job, and that's a rugby player.
How was it? Talk us through the kind of idea behind the poem, obviously on tour, because it got a lot of attention.
Yeah, so I was making a lot of jokes like rhyming and rhythms, and you know, with the media team and with the boys, and some of the media team members just said, they were excellent by the way, they just said, why don't you do a Lions poem? So we said, let's do it on off day, you know. If not involved in one of the matches or whatever, let's do it, let's film it and write a poem. So yeah, I said let's do it, and it was good fun, and just something special to add.
How did it go down amongst your teammates and staff?
No, really good. It's a bit of banter and taking the knock of things as well, but it was really well put together. I mean, the sentiment behind it, and almost like the memories and legacy as well. I'm sure there's a few poems up the sleeve, but the main job's the main job.
Just reflect on that tour. How special is it to be part of that environment?
No, it's incredible, humbling, and also it rubs off on you. Like in the team, you know, from management right through to all the players. There's no like followers, but there's no like sheep just wandering. Everyone's like a pack leader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They make things happen, and that's something that I really took on board. Is, you know, sometimes in a big group, you're a bystander at a club, at a job, at a, you know, at an event. Sometimes you have to be the guy that take charge and do something about it. Doesn't mean like being the hero. It can be just do your job 100% or give your 100% commitment. You know, as easy as metaphorically saying or physically envisioning jumping on the ball if there's a scrap and just head first, winning the collision for your teammates, for yourself, for your fans and for your club. So that's something that I really took on board with.
How do you reflect on your own kind of performances over there?
My performances?
Yeah.
I think it was good. I think I learned a lot, but I think it was good. Obviously, I have to work hard now for another one.
I've seen 31 years old, you still eyeing that one in 2029?
There's enough fuel in the tank, my friend. Solar panel.
How are you going to keep your body going for that long? How do you do that? How do you kind of prepare away from the pitch?
It's easy. I just said, you know, I'm going to play rugby till I'm about 40 years old. So I'm 31 now, 9 more years. So, you know, don't get steaming too much and eat a bit healthier and more meat.
Stay off the whiskey.
Prayers, meat, and a bit of red wine.
How good is it to see so many
whiskey, sorry.
How good is it to see so many Scottish players over there? Obviously, it started with, you know, a certain amount, and then more kept coming over during the tour.
It was incredible, you know. From the management to some more boys joining, like Darcy, Sus for the second time, Ashy, and then Gregory, fully reserved as well. It was brilliant to have those boys there. You know, they almost semi-graded like the Hirondines as well. In, out, in, out. But no, it was brilliant to have them there. And I think, you know, going forward with Edinburgh and Scotland, it's a lot of experience. And, you know, to me, in an environment like that, even for 5 minutes, you learn a lot.
And you look at having so many boys get that experience over there, and I think previous Scotland players have talked about when they were away with the camp, they might get to see insight of like how the Irish, the English, the Welsh do things. And could that maybe benefit Scotland going into obviously the upcoming Six Nations and moving forward? Definitely.
The way they prepared, the way, you know, on the field, the tempo, the intensity of trainings. Also learnings as well, you know, how meetings go. Constructive feedback, one-to-one feedback, more honesty, you know, between coaches and players, vice versa. So no, you're spot on there. That's a massive thing you can learn from.
You must have been gutted for your kind of fellow prop in Xander, obviously, who missed out. You've been such a linchpin of the Scotland setup. How difficult was that?
I know, and you know, fully deserved as well. He always plays bloody well. You know, whether that's set piece or off the ball. I still think he still plays some of the Redford 72 Cup games. I'm joking. But no, I was gutted for him. But I know he always handled it mentally well. He's a good family, a good support system. Full up with faith, so he's also strong and positive. And I know he's young enough to go again, you know. He's done it before. He missed this one, unfortunately, but you know what? The way he works, him and his brother, you know, credit to them. They can, you know, hopefully that's another goal for them within the next one. There's enough time and they're young enough.
Just going back to Edinburgh, I mean, how important is it this weekend to get that first win of the season?
No, it's bloody important. We have to, you know, we have to put the pressure on ourselves. like Benetton beat Glasgow away, the final minutes with Reino Smith, we just have to, you know, graft it out, and we showed very good fight against Munster to put ourselves in a position to, you know, do the same. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way, but credit to the boys for the fight. You know, we fight for ourselves, the club, and for the fans, and that's something we're massively proud of. But we can't now, if we fix the discipline, leave the fight. So we have to go with the fight, and just a bit more integrity of ownership in discipline areas.
Perfect.